Now, concept of angle at a point. Suppose I am having a point O in a plane, and because of that point I have just drawn a ray OA. Now on this row A, I am just taking another ray that is called OB. This my marker is OB. And if I rotate it like this marker is ray OB. And I brought it on OA again. So my OB will be visible here itself. And as everyone knows that when a ray rotates, I got an angle. That kind of angle is called complete angle. So angle AOB, so measure of angle AOB will be 360 degree. Now if I draw as many as rays from point O, suppose I am drawing 1 and 2. These are the rays drawn from point O, OD and OE. Now, from the figure, it is very simple that I have got 3 angles. 1, angle 2 and angle 3. As the complete circle, measure of complete circle is 360. So, measure of angle, so in this case, measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 will be 360 degree. Same way, instead of 3 angles, if I am having 4 angles, for example, now if I am having 4 angles, no line is a straight line here. And now I am having OA, OB, OC and OD. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. So again what I am having? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 equals to 360 degree. So, whatever the number of angles are formed on a point, the sum of all the angles will always be 360 degree. Now, we are going to solve question number 10 from exercise 9.1. The question says that from the adjoining figure you have to answer the following question. The first question, that is A, is asking us vertically opposite angles. Now what are vertical opposite angles? The two angles which are made up of two lines, and what is common? Only vertex will be common. So here if I am having, this is a line and this is another line. Now, vertically opposite angles, only point vertex should be common. So, angle 1 for angle 1, which is a vertically opposite angle, angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 3. This will be the vertically opposite angle. Now, for angle 2, angle 4 will be the vertically opposite angle. Now, here, for angle 5, angle 7 will be the vertically opposite angle. See, nothing is common between these two angles other than the vertex. Other than the vertex, nothing should be common. So, angle 5 and angle 7 are the vertically opposite angle, and angle 8 and angle 6 are vertically opposite angle. Now, the next is adjacent angles. Adjacent means we have just known that, we have seen that two angles where vertex should be common and one arm should be common. So in that case, the same figure for angle 1, angle 2 is also adjacent. For angle 1, angle 2 is adjacent, and for angle 1 again angle 4 is also adjacent. So angle 4 and 1 is adjacent, angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. So angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2, angle 2 is adjacent to angle 3, and angle 3 is adjacent to angle 4. So here, and 4 is adjacent to 1. Same way for this side, angle 5 is adjacent to angle 6. Angle 6 is adjacent to angle 7. Angle 7 is adjacent to angle 8. Clear? Now, so my next question is, they are asking me linear pair angles. Linear pair angles, they are just as adjacent angle, but the addition should be 180. So here, these two angles, same just like adjacent angles, I will be having linear angles. This angle 1 and angle 2, they are the angles made on the straight line. So what will I have? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are the linear angles. Then 2 and 3, these angles are also made on the straight line. So if we add this 2, I will get 180. So 2 and 3 are the linear angles. Same 3 and 4, these are the angles made on the straight line. So they are also linear angles. 3 and 4 and 4 and 1. Now same way here also, angle 5 and angle 6 are made on a straight line. On a straight line. So if I add this 2, I will get 180. So that's why they are linear pair angles. Angle 6 and 7 are also made on the straight line. So if I add them 2, I will get 180 again. 6 and 7. And now 7 and 8. 7 and 8 again linear pair, and 8 and 5 again. So means what? In this figure, whatever we are having for adjacent angles will be our linear pair angles. So same pair, same angles, I can write it here. Now, next question is D. If measure of angle 4 is 110 and measure of angle 5 is 120, find the measure of remaining angles. Means only this angle is given and this angle is given. Now, on the basis of previous information, previous knowledge, we will solve this question. How? Angle 1 and angle 4 are linear pair angles. Just now we have solved. So, the measure of this 2 will be 180, sum of this 2 will be 180. So, angle 1 plus angle 4 equals to 180. In place of angle 4, I will write its measure, that is 110. So, angle 1 equals to 180 minus 110 equals to, so angle measure of angle 1 is 70 degree. So, we get measure of angle 1. Now, if you see from the figure, angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite angles. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite angles. We have written in names of vertical opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal. So, angle 1 and angle 3 will be equal. As we know, measure of angle 1 is 70, so measure of angle 3 will also be 70. Similarly, for angle 4 and 2 also, these two are vertically opposite angles. So, measure of angle 4 equals to measure of angle 2. So, measure of angle 2 will be 110. Now again, we have find out 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we have to find 5, 6, 7 and 8. Measure of angle 5 is already given, that is 120. 5 and 8 are forming linear pair angles. So, sum of this two angle will be 180, sum of this two angle will be 180. I am putting the values of angle 5, that is 120. So, angle 8 will be 180 minus 120. This 120 will come this side. 180 minus 120 will be 60. So, measure of angle 8 is nothing but 60. And now, same way, angle 8 and angle 6 are same. Angle 8 and angle 6 are same. Why? Because they are vertically opposite. Angle 8 and angle 6 are same because they are vertically opposite. So, measure of angle 6 will be 60, same as angle 8. Now, angle 5 and angle 7 are vertically opposite angle. Measure of angle 5 is already given 120. So, measure of angle 7 will be 120 only. 120. So in this way, we have to solve all the problems. Thank you and bye.